what we are going to do is the last theorem of this particular definite integral, integral minus a to a f of x dx. This is the last theorem, last subtopic. Now, depending on the function, there are two possibilities with this function. The function can be odd, function can be even. Now, what do you mean by a function is odd? If you replace x by minus x, if a minus comes outside and come back to original function, it is called odd. If you replace x by minus x and there is no change in the function, then it is called even. I'll give you some example. F of x equal to sine x. When you replace x by minus x, sine x will become sine of minus x. That minus will come outside. And you have come back to the original. Sine x is nothing but the function of x. So you have come back to the original. Such functions are called odd function. Why the word odd came is, for you to remember also, if the x power is odd number, naturally the function is going to be odd function. So this will change to minus x cube minus x raised to 5. If you take a minus common, x cube plus x raised to 5, you have come back to the original function. So it became minus f of x. Another example I want to show you is log of 1 plus x upon 1 minus x. Let's say this is the function of x. What will be f of minus x? Wherever x is there, replace it by minus x. Now this can be written as log of 1 plus x upon 1 minus x raised to minus 1, because I have taken the reciprocal. Now this minus can be brought in front, minus log of 1 plus x upon 1 minus x. So you have come back to the original function. You have come back to the original function. So this is an odd function. I hope you understood the meaning of odd function. Now let's have a look at even function. When do you say function is even? If you replace x by minus x, there is no change in the function. Cos of minus theta is cos theta. You have come back to the original function. So on replacing x by minus x, if there is no change in the function, such function is called even function. Why the word even came? Because if the x power is even, naturally if I replace x by minus x, the function changes to even. So it comes back to original function. Therefore, it is an even function. Then comes to another example. Let's say f of x is sine square x. If I replace x by minus x, sine square of minus x, which is minus sine x the whole square, which will come back to sine square x itself. Therefore, this function is also even. So now I hope you understood the meaning of even function. You need to check whether a function is even or not. So what can you say about this function? Is it even or odd?
Odd.
It is neither even nor odd, because when I replace this by x minus x, this will be like this. Okay, x raised to 4 minus sine x. There is no relationship between these two functions. You can't neither call this as f of x, nor you can call it as minus f of x. Therefore, it is neither even nor odd. So such case, we'll have to separate the integral and take this as even and this as odd. Separately, we'll have to do. Okay. Now, what happens in case of an even or odd function? Let's see. If the integral is minus a to a f of x dx, answer will be 0 if the function is odd. So you don't have to integrate anything. Directly, you can write the answer. If it is even, 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. This theorem is the theorem which is asked maximum number of time in the exam. Of course, they'll ask a problem with it. What is the method of proving any substitution method theorem? Sorry, I made a mistake. What is the method of proving any definite integral theorem?
Substitution.
Substitution. So what I have to do here, in this problem also I have to do substitution. But remember, here also I'll be using all the definite integral theorems. So what I'll say, we shall use following properties of definite integral. First property is, can you tell me? Integral a to b f of x dx can be written as upper limit and lower limit can be interchanged. When you interchange upper limit and lower limit, what will happen? Minus integral b to a f of x dx. Second property, variable can be denoted by any letter. The variable is x on the left hand side and variable is right on the right hand side. On the right hand side, variable is t. On the left hand side, variable is x. They are two different variables, but remember, limit is same, function is same, formula of the function is same. In such case, both the integrals value will be same. Then third property is, you can split the integral. A to b f of x dx can be splitted as a to c f of x dx plus c to b f of x dx. We are going to use these three properties to prove the definite in this particular theorem. Let me start with the proof now. This will be the first statement. Why do you write this? So that in the board exam, you don't forget to write these theorems. So it becomes a habit of writing this as a first step. So you will not make a mistake. Now I want to prove integral minus a to a f of x dx. Tell me a number between minus a and plus a. A number between 0. Minus a and plus 0. Minus a to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. Which property did I apply? The third one, by property number 3. What was property number 3? You can split it. If there is a c, a to c, c to b is same as a to b. That's what I've done. Minus a to 0, 0 to a is minus a to a. Now this I require in my answer. See here, twice 0 to a. So this I require in the answer. So one which you require in the answer, will keep it as it is. One which you don't require the answer, we'll have to change. So in this part, the first part, put x equal to minus t. The first integral, put x as minus t. When I put x as minus t, let's see what happens. Dx will become minus dt. When x takes value minus a, t will take positive value a. When x takes value 0, t will take 0 as answer. So I can write the left hand side as integral 0 minus a will become a. So a to 0 f of minus t into minus dt plus 0 to a f of x dx. Second integral, we are not doing anything. Only first integral we are substituting. This minus goes outside. A to 0 f of minus t dt plus 0 to a f of x dx. Now what I can do is, t can be replaced by, I hope you can read this as t. I'll just change it. You can change the limit, right? You can write this as 0 to a f of minus t dt plus 0 to a f of x dx. This is by property number 1. Now the variable can be denoted by any letter. So I can write 0 to a f of minus x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. If this becomes a case 1, If f of x becomes odd, then f of minus x and minus fx are equal. So this part will become minus f of x and they both will get cancelled. So the left hand side will become minus 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. And finally your answer will become 0. That's your case 1. In case 2, f of minus x and f of x are same. Case 2, f of x is even. In that case, f of minus x and f of x are equal. If they both are equal, then I can write the left hand side as 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
So this is a theorem which is most important theorem in the board exam. Minus a to f of x dx is 0 if f of x is odd. 2 times 0 to a f of x if it is even. First of all, you write all the 3 properties because you may lose marks if you forget to write the property. Then start from the left hand side, split them into 2. Only in the first part, replace x by minus t, change the limit. You will end up in 0 to a f of minus x plus 0 to a f of x dx. Now when it is odd, this minus will come outside, they'll get cancelled and become 0. When it is even, it is same as f of x, so they'll get added, hence it become 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. Is everybody clear?
Yes,
Do
sir.
Yes.
you want time to write or you have written?
Right.
You want to write?
Wait, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
then just hold on. I don't want to. I'll pause. So minus pi by 2 log 2 plus sin x upon 2 minus sin x dx. So what am I going to do here? I'm checking whether the function is even or odd. So I replace x by minus x. I got exactly the reciprocal here. 2 plus sin x upon 2 minus sin x. But what is this? 2 minus sin x upon 2 plus sin x. So what I can write this as log of 2 plus sin x upon 2 minus sin x raised to minus 1. So that became minus log 2 plus sin x upon 2 minus sin x. I hope you understood this step. A upon b can be written as b upon a raised to minus 1. So a upon b is written as b upon a raised to minus 1. So this became back to the original function. So it will be minus f of x. Therefore, the function is odd. If the function is odd, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, any odd function, what will be the answer? If the function is odd, what is the answer?
0.
0. So you will get the answer as 0. Okay. All of you ready?
Yes.
Integral minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. X plus pi by 4 divided by 2 minus cos 2x. Now this function is neither even nor odd. But if I separate it in this way, if I separate them as two separate integral, now this is an odd function and this is an even function. Tell me why this is odd. Cos of minus 2x is same as cos 2x. So when I replace x by minus x, the denominator does not change. But numerator x will become minus x. So this turned to an odd function. And naturally this will turn to an even function. So the first part answer is 0. And the second part answer is what? When it is even, what will happen? It will become 2 times 0 to pi by 4. 1 upon 2 minus cos x. Okay. So that became pi by 2 integral 0 to pi by 4, 1 upon 2 minus cos 2x dx. Now tell me how to integrate 1 upon 2 minus cos 2x. Anybody?
Make cos 2x to tan x and
Change cos 2x to tan x. That means put tan x as t. Then dx will become, okay, first x will become tan inverse t. X will become tan inverse t. So dx will become 1 upon 1 plus t square. Then what you can say, cos 2x will become 1 minus tan square x upon 1 plus tan square x. So it became 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square. Now change the limit. When x takes value 0, t is 0, tan 0 is 0. When x takes value pi by 4, t is tan pi by 4, which is 1. So now my integral will become pi by 2, 0 to 1, 1 upon 1 plus t square into dt. What is this? From where you got that? Dx is replaced by 1 upon 1 plus t square dt. Divided by 2 minus cos 2x is 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square. When you take the LCM, 1 upon 2 into 1 plus t square minus 1 minus t square. So pi by 2 integral 0 to 1, 2t square minus t plus t square upon 3t square. 2 minus 1 is 1. I hope you understood this. Yes or no?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, can anybody tell me the answer for this?
1 by root 3 tan inverse root 3t.
Very good. 1 by root 3 tan inverse root 3t. Which formula we applied? Some of you may not remember. So I'll just write the formula. Since integral dx upon x square plus a square is 1 by a tan inverse x by a. Now here x is root t, root 3t. So this x became root 3t. A is 1 here, but you need to divide the answer by the coefficient of x. That's where this root 3 has come. When you put the limit, first term become tan inverse root 3. Second term became tan inverse of 0. Tan inverse of root 3 is how much?
Pi by
Pi by
3.
I'm writing from here. That is pi upon 2 root 3. Tan inverse root 3 is pi by 3 minus 0. So pi square upon 2 root 3 becomes your answer. Am I right? Pi by 3 is correct.
6 root 3.
3 into 2, 6. 6 root 3. 6 root 3. Is it okay?
yes, sir.
So pi square upon 6 root 3. A good problem. Can you try one problem of yourself?
Yes,
Integral minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 x x cube into sin raised to 4x. Then you'll have to try integral minus 1 to 1 x square x cube plus 2 upon root of x square plus 4. Then you'll have to try integral minus a to a x plus x cube divided by 16 minus x square. Okay, that means you have to tell me the answers. So let me ask Darshan, what is this answer?
Yes. 0.
0, because
X cube is an odd function.
correct, because it's an odd function. Then who else is there? Okay, Girish, what do you say about this one? Is it odd or even? Girish, Suraj. Girish, what is it? Even. Okay, it's not even. Suraj, what you can say? It's not there.
If it's not even, then it should be odd.
Oh, that is a blunder. A function can be even or neither even or odd. How many cases? Either it can be even or it can be odd and it can be none. None of them, neither even nor odd. Three possibilities are there. Whenever this possibility arises, you will have to split the function such a way that a part of it will become even and a part of it becomes odd. So if you look at this function, if I take only x cube as numerator, what kind of function this will be?
Odd.
Odd. When I take 2, what will happen?
Even.
Even. So you will split this as minus 1 to 1 x cube upon root of x square plus 4 dx plus 2 times integral minus 1 to 1 upon root x square plus 4 dx. This is odd and this is even. So your answer became 0 plus 2 into 2 times 0 to 1 upon root x square plus 4 into dx. Is this clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now question asks, how do you integrate this? You have a direct formula.
Log x plus.
Log x plus root of x square plus 4. When I put 1, I will get 4 times log of 1 plus root 5. When you put 0, it becomes log 2. So final answer I can write 4 times log 1 plus root 5 upon 2. That is my answer. Is it clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
What about the next one?
सर
Ah,
सर ये 2 into 2 कैसे आया?
because in an odd function, if it is odd function, क्या हो जाता है और even function क्या हो जाता है?
Odd function 0 equal to 0
और even function limit became minus a to a क्या बन जाएगा? 0 to a और कितना बार? 2 times. So that's what has happened there. What you see here is what happens? Yeah.
यही है.
I'm in the class. अभी मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ. आपको मैं वापस फोन करता हूँ. ये 2 लेक्चर के बाद मतलब 11:30 बजे मैं आपको फोन करता हूँ। या
एक ही 2 आना चाहिए ना सर?
1 2 तो क्वेश्चन में है ना, इधर 1 2
हाँ
ये
सर,
क्वेश्चन में 2 है ना,
यस सर,
एंड फिर ये -1 to 1 को 0 to 1 हो गया। ऑलराइट,
यस सर, हाँ सर, समझा सर।
अंडरस्टूड दिस प्रॉब्लम?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we go to next problem. I hope all of you understood. So all the theorems has been completed. We'll give you some more practice on odd and even. Remember, whenever odd and even arises, if it is odd 0, even it is 2 times, but both together, some part of it is even, some part of odd, you have to split it. And most of the time your question will be like that, splitting one. A part of it is even and a part of it is odd. Is it okay? So that they can test you both together. Now we come to how to integrate modulus functions. Suppose I want to integrate, let's say 0 to 2 modulus of x minus 1 into dx. So I'm talking to you how to integrate modulus function. Whenever modulus is there, you have to remove the modulus. Do anybody know how do you remove the modulus?
Plus minus.
Squaring.
No, squaring the function changes of. So modulus of x, you get 2 lines, x square, you'll get a parabola. Correct now? They both are 2 functions. What is this graph of this? Like this. What is the graph of this? Like this. So the function changed. So you can't square it. What you have to do is you segregate the function into 2 parts. If inside this part is positive, according to the value of x, if x is a number more than 1, this will be positive. A positive number's modulus is the number itself. And if this happen to be negative, put a -1 to it. Put a -1 to it. So minus of the negative number will become positive because modulus means you have to take only positive value. For example, another example. Suppose I ask you modulus of cos x. I can say if I take 0, 0 less than x less than pi, that means I'm taking first and second quadrant. The domain of the function is first and second. You know that first quadrant cos x is positive, so it becomes only cos x. If 0 less than x less than pi by 2. And you know that in the second quadrant cos x is a negative number. So by putting a negative to it, it becomes positive number. Have you understood this? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Both will be the same. Defining in this manner and defining in this manner, both the functions are same. If you have a modulus, we don't have a formula to integrate. If you don't have a modulus, you can integrate. So every time, whenever a function has a modulus, we will have to remove the modulus by taking the cases. So what I'm going to do, I am going to write this way. You know the number line. Let's do it in this manner, easier manner. This is 1. Where does this say? This becomes 0. This becomes 0 at 1. So 1 is the changing point. When x is more than 1, it will be positive. When x is less than 1, it will be negative. I'm talking about what? I'm talking of only x minus 1's function. F of x is equal to x minus 1 is positive from 1 to infinity and negative from minus infinity to 1. So 0 to 2, I'll split as 0 to 1 modulus of x minus 1 dx and 1 to 2 modulus of x minus 1 dx. Everybody agree with this? How this 1 came?
Yes,
Why
sir.
not half? Why not 3 by 2? Why only 1 has come? It is a point where this becomes 0. The point where the function becomes 0, that point will be the point of division. Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now I can integrate it. I know that in 0 to 1, it is a negative function. What is a negative function? X minus 1. But modulus is always positive. So what I'll write? A negative function के लिए एक माइनस जाएगा तो पॉजिटिव बन जाता है. अभी ये नंबर पॉजिटिव है, कोई भी नंबर डाल दो 0 to 1, दिस विल बी अ पॉजिटिव नंबर. और 1 to 2 ये हमेशा पॉजिटिव ही है. सो मॉडुलस है नहीं है कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Now I can integrate this. माइनस को बाहर निकाल दिया. Either you can integrate as x square by 2 minus x from 0 to 1, and this can be integrated as x square by 2 minus x from 0 to 1, 1 to 2. Now I can substitute. Now I can substitute this. So this became minus 1 by 2 minus 1. बाकी 0 हो जाएगा. और फिर मैं अपर लिमिट डाल दिया 4 by 2 minus 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 1. That became half. This became 0 and this became plus half. So my final answer is 1. Have you all understood this?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me check with you. Have you written or not written or taken the click or whatever? Can I change the page? Better to ask you that way.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do this one. Integral 0 to pi modulus of cos x dx. Modulus of cos x dx. Tell me, where does cos x become 0?
Pi by
2.
2.
Pi by 2, no? So the point of change is pi by 2. 0 to pi, pi by 2 is the point of change. In this interval, it is positive, and this interval it is negative. So I will split the integral as 0 to pi by 2 modulus of cos x dx plus pi by 2 to pi modulus of cos x dx. Now first quadrant, cos is a positive number, so modulus of cos x is cos x only. Second quadrant, cos x is negative, so what should I write here?
Minus of cos x.
Minus cos x. Why? Can anybody give me your own explanation on this? Why did I write minus cos x? What is your explanation for that?
Is negative in the second quadrant.
Second quadrant cos x is negative, but why did you write minus? Modulus is a positive number, लेकिन आपने minus क्यों लिखा? तो negative हो गया ना?
Positive.
Because the value of cos x itself is negative. A negative के साथ एक और negative आएगा तो positive बन जाएगा. So that's how you make it into positive. Now you can integrate. What is the integral of cos x? Sin x. 0 to pi by 2. Minus I'm removing outside. Sin x pi by 2 to pi. So my answer became sin pi by 2 minus sin 0 minus sin pi minus sin pi by 2. Any problem?
No.
1 minus 0 minus 0 minus 1. So answer became 2. Please note down this 2 problem. Everybody agree with this? All right. Can I change?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now is the most interesting question. 0 to pi by 2 root of 1 minus sin 2x dx. This came in JE question. First, you have to tell me, how do you integrate 1 minus sin 2x? Root of 1 minus sin 2x.
mod cos x minus sin x the whole
Very good,
square.
very good, very good. This can be written as root of cos x minus sin x the whole square. And that is nothing but modulus of cos x minus sin x dx. Why there is a modulus? Is root of a square always a? Tell me your no. This is true only when a is positive. If a happen to be a negative number, you can't cancel this and write minus 5 as an answer. This is wrong. This I've explained to you before also. It will be modulus of minus 5, it will give you plus 5, because whenever you put root of any number, any real number, will be always a positive number. It cannot be negative. How much is root of 25? Can I write plus or minus 5? Anybody in the class feels it is plus or minus 5?
Only 5.
Only 5. Why? Because this square root notation stands only for the positive value. It does not stand for the negative value. So when I take the square root, this number inside can be positive, can be negative, depending on the value of x. So what I do, I put a modulus. Once I put a modulus, I'll ask the question, how to remove the modulus? I'll ask the question, when does this become 0? When does cos x minus sin x become 0? When does cos x and sin x have same value? Which
Pi
were
by 4.
pi by 4. So you will split from 0 to pi by 4, modulus of cos x minus sin x, plus pi by 4 to pi by 2, modulus of cos x minus sin x. Is this clear?
Yes.
Now we will ask the question, where the term inside the modulus is positive, where the term is negative. Is it okay? You know, if you remember the graph of cos and sine, it is like this, right? Then if I draw the graph of cos x, where do they intersect? That point is pi by 4. Now 0 to pi by 4. Let me make it a little more bigger. I think it is too small for me to explain. Okay, I'll take a fresh page. This sin x graph. Now cos x graph. This all I've explained once upon a time, but I don't know how much you remember. That's why I'm not taking any risk that you have remember or don't remember. So at this point, they are equal. This is pi by 4. Both of them are 1 by root 2. At this point, it is pi by 2. So we are looking at only this region. Tell me from where to where cos x is positive and where to where cos x is, where to where cos x is greater than sin x and where to where sin x is greater than cos x. Black is cos x. So this till this region, cos x is greater. From this region to this region, sin x is greater. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
So what I can say, modulus of cos x minus sin x will be same as cos x minus sin x from 0 to pi by 4. बराबर है कि नहीं? And when in the interval year till year, sin x is greater than cos x, so cos x minus sin x will be negative. So I can write minus cos x minus sin x from pi by 4 to pi by 2. चलेगा कि नहीं चलेगा? Please understand and speak to me. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I can split this function like this. 0 to pi by 4. This region cos x is greater, so this is positive. cos x minus sin x dx. When it's one region positive, other region got to be negative. So minus, okay, minus pi by 4 to pi by 2 cos x minus sin x. Any problem anywhere, any difficulty, let me know. It is a very, very important question. Integral of cos x sin x. Integral of minus sin x plus cos x. 0 to pi by 4. Minus integral of cos x sin x plus cos x from pi by 4 to pi by 2. I'll directly put the values 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 minus, when you put 0 here, 0. When you put here cos 0, 1. So don't think here both will be 0. You'll think mentally like that. And here pi by 2 के लिए 1 हो जाएगा और pi by 2 के लिए 0 हो जाएगा. Here pi by 4 के लिए 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. When I open the bracket, 2 by root 2 minus 1 or a plus 2 by root. A root 2, 2 root 2 minus 2. This is my answer. Anybody, any doubt here? This is a very, very important question for an MCQ problem of either MHCT or JE. दोनों में important है. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me see in your textbook what is any question of modulus is there. Just have a look. What I want to teach you, I taught you. But let me just check. Any modulus question. It is interesting. Okay. Now, one more thing that came in my mind. Do you remember integer function? Integer function, do you remember? What is integer of x defined as? Okay, let me ask you like this. What is integer of 2.3?
2,
2. What is the integer of 2.4?
2,
2. What is the integer of 2.99999?
2,
That is also 2. What is integer of any number? What is integer of any number between 0 and 1?
0,
0. Any number between 1 and 2?
1,
1,
Any number between 2 and 3?
2,
2. Any number between minus 1 and 0?
0,
minus,
No, minus 1.
Minus
Lower limit. See, between 0 and 1, it's 0. So between minus 1 and 0 will be minus 1. So what will be integer of minus 1.2?
minus
2,
Minus 1.2 comes somewhere here. So integer will be minus 2. So negative number, what will happen? Positive number, delete the decimal. You will get the answer. Negative number, delete the decimal and subtract 1. Minus 4.57. What is the integer of it?
minus 5,
minus 5,
Minus 5. Delete the decimal part and subtract 1. But if it is positive 4.57, only delete the decimal. Is it okay?
yes, sir.
Now you are going to tell me how to integrate integer, let's say from minus 1 to 3, integer of x dx.
1 to 0,
Now integer of the function varies from integer to integer. So I'll split it as minus 1 to 0 plus 0 to 1 plus 1 to 2 plus 2 to 3. Now minus 1 to 0, integer of any number between minus 1 to 0 is a constant. Everywhere you have same value. So from minus 1 to 0, integer of any number is minus 1. From 0 to 1, integer of any number is 0. From 1 to 2, integer of any number is 1. From 2 to 3, integer of any number is 2. Now integrate and write your answer. What's the integral of minus 1? It is minus x. From minus 1 to 0, it is 0. It is x from 1 to 2. It is 2x from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So my answer became here minus of 0 minus 1 plus 0 plus 2 minus 1 plus 6 minus 4. Everybody understood now? All answers?
Yes.
So 3 times minus 1 become minus 1. So final answer minus 1 plus 0, no need of writing, plus 1 plus 2. So final answer is 2. Is it okay?
Yes.
Is it all right? So did you understand how to integrate an integer function?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Integer of 2 to 4, integral 2 to 4, integer of 2x dx. Now what to do? If that is 2x, how the variation occurs? Wherever there is integer, 2x forms an integer, not x, 2x forms an integer, they're all, it gets splitted. So if you take the number line from 2 to 4, tell me, when I put x as 2, do you get an integer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What is the next number if I put, let's say, 2 के बाद कौन सा number डालूं? Suppose I put 3, I'll get 6. When I got 4. 4 और 6 के बीच में एक और integer है 5. कब 5 आएगा? 2.5. 2.5 means how much? 5 by 2. So when I replace x by 5 by 2, that time also I'll get an integer. Same way, if I replace x by how much?
7 but
7 by 2, I'll get an integer. So I will have to split now 2 to 5 by 2. Oh, electricity gone. My net will be gone now. Can you hear me?